And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heart of America Athletic Conference Women's Soccer on HeartConferenceNetwork.com. After a lengthy delay, we have a 0-0 score here in Fayette as it's the 22nd ranked Benedictine College Ravens taking on the 8th ranked Central Methodist University Eagles. And after a lengthy delay, and we're underway again. Same starters for both teams, just for reference. For the Ravens, Annabelle Hogues, Sam Mossback, Gracie Ecker, Madeline Stewart, Rachel Beffa, Megan Homily, Riley Degner, Emma Strecker, Courtney Koch, Nicole Patterson, and Olivia Berry in goal. Here's one from Jakobsen looking for VR, crossing right. And they'll be out of bounds, a throw in for Central, keeping it in their attacking third. And for the Eagles, Lydia Vicente de Vera, Kitty Torog, Laura Reisenbeck, Alicia Zamora, Marcela Helena, Andrea Villar, Maria Cerveo, Sandra Jakobsen, Kettis Pinchard, Ronisha Frank, and Grace Reynolds in goal. Okay, so we started back up at the 28 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first half. So a lightning delay of over an hour for a giant patch of precipitation hovering over the Columbia area, and Fayette catching the edge of it. Enough lightning to trigger delay, but we're back now. Start time around 7:15 p.m. or 7:25 p.m. All right, Jakobsen right side, far side. It's turned over. And over here come the Ravens. Annabelle Hogue for Courtney Koch. Back to Hogue. Sam Mossbeck in the box, or closing in on the box. The Eagles will clear it out. Ravens defense back on it. Hogue. And Cerveo taking possession. So both these teams at the top of the conference, Central coming into this match with an unblemished 4-0 record in conference play, 7-1 overall. Jakobsen past midfield. She's got friends looking for Frank and couldn't quite corral it. Ravens clear it out. Central will throw in. Pinchard thrown in for Cerveo into the box, and Olivia Berry will secure it. So Central coming in 4-0 in the heart. First place amongst three other unbeatens, including, two other unbeatens, including Grandview and Missouri Valley. Grandview leading the conference with one ahead in the win column over Central Methodist and Missouri Valley. And this Benedictine team not too far behind. Only one game out in the loss column, coming into tonight's match at 3-1 and 7-2 overall. Head coach Lincoln Robley continuing a tradition of excellence, keeping his Ravens near the top of the conference. But a critical match here in Fayette tonight for standing in the heart. Central looking to continue their unbeaten streak, while Benedictine looking to take one of the top contenders and put a blemish on their record. There's a shot. Helena trying to loft one in, just wide of the left post. Olivia Berry to kick it away. Senior from Cedar Hill, Missouri. Primary starter for this Ravens squad. 7-2 overall record this season. 35 saves to 6 goals allowed. Zamora looking for VR. The Ravens will take it the other way. Throw in Benedictine, and a reverse on the whistle. Pinchard will throw it in. Possession to the Eagles. Pinchard for Zamora. Reisenbeck. And a turnover near midfield. Zamora for Reisenbeck. Reisenbeck taking herself up midfield. Finds Cerveo. So we'll take it back for Jakobsen. Eagles kind of in waiting mode, but going from near to far, looking for Kitty Torok, and they'll go out of bounds. Throw in for the Ravens as we pass the 23-minute mark. 23rd minute in this match. Here's 1-4 from Cerveo, saved by Barry. This is one of 3 matches going on in the Heart tonight. Grandview victorious already over Park. So both other women's matches have already gone final. Mid-America Nazarene over Evangel, 2-0 down in Springfield, and Grandview over Park in Parkville, Missouri. So the Eagles looking to keep pace with the Grandview Vikings, who will be here this Saturday. Grandview with a 5-0 record. The Eagles looking to keep pace in a very, very competitive Heart of America Athletic Conference. Elena entering the box, and a foul will be called just outside the box, about 30 yards out from the goal. Elena down for a little bit, but looks like she's all right. She'll take and the free kick will be taken by Andrea Villar, the reigning NAIA Offensive Player of the Week, the first in CMU program history. Who's just been on a tear to start this year. Oh, a shot by Villar off the crossbar and out. An excellent chance from VR. So Andrea VR, the B goes on, 17 goals to start this year. Barry will obstruct and take possession of the ball before any Eagle could do anything with it, and she'll kick it away. What a shot from 30 yards out. Just hitting the very top of that crossbar. Benedictine to throw in. It'll be a goal kick for Central. Grace Reynolds to kick away, the freshman from Bournemouth, England. Her second start of the year. Got her first start this past Saturday against William Penn in a 2-0 victory. Clean sheet for Reynolds. Eagles taking it up near midfield. Jakobsen looking for Cerveo. Going for Benedictine. Near side, Cerveo. The Raven faithful looking for a foul call, and the foul call will actually go to the Eagles on behalf of the Ravens. Jakobsen down at the 40-yard line. And she's still down. Looks like she gets up under her own power. She'll be all right. All right. All right, we play on Zamora. Zamora looking for Ronisha Frank. And broken up by Gracie Eckert. Cerveo for Frank, near side. Cerveo again. Helena. Helena for Torok, and she couldn't corral it. So both team starters still in. Expect them to get the bulk of the rest of this half. Barring any massive changes. VR, far side. The Ravens will just kick it out. We'll throw on for Vicente de Vera. Vicente de Vera looking. She'll find, I believe that's Pinchard. Into the Frank, the box for VR. Helena, just outside the box. Helena will take a shot, and corralled by Barry. So the ball back on the attack, just outside the attacking third for the Ravens. Throw in by Strecker. Eagle defense there. Back to Strecker, return to sender. We'll whistle. And we'll do it again. Strecker to throw in. Strecker throws for Zamora. And Zamora will kick it away. All the change of throwers. This is Sam Mosbeck, the sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. Into the box, and corral by Reynolds, but finds an eagle, and they're able to clear it out. Ravens threatening, and a turnover. It's a back near midfield. This is Jakobsen. The Eagles getting it out of danger there. Jakobsen. Back near midfield. Attempted slide tackle. Jakobsen evades. She's so good at that. Attempted pass looking for Ronisha Frank from Cerveo, but it goes out of bounds. It's a little bit too much mustard on that one. Just want to talk about the absolute hot streak that Andrea Villar has been on. 17 goals to start the year in these 8 matches. And we talk about replacing a player like Annika Kalish, who graduated this past year, 29 goals last year in the 2020-21 restart. And Andrea's just taken the torch and done way more than expected. Also credit to Sandra Jakobsen's 11 assists on the year for the sophomore from Svendborg, Denmark, the reigning hard conference freshman of the year. That's right, Laura Reisenbeck, an all-conference selection herself, second team in 2020, will kick it into the box. And Grace Berry will try to secure it, but couldn't. And that'll be a corner for the Eagles. So corner from the far side. Kitty Torok will take it away. Torok away. Into the box, header by the Ravens. Jakobsen with a drive. Deflected back. The Eagles will maintain possession. Vicente de Vera. Or Zamora for Reisenbeck. Looking for Zamora. The Eagles trying to take it back, and they do. They kick that out of bounds. Ravens will take over near midfield. Another throw-in. Emma Strecker thrown in. Strecker once again this time in the offensive third. They'll switch out for Sam Mossback. Mossback throws in, right near side, finds two Eagles. They'll head it out, clear it out, not quite far enough. The attempted kick back to Reynolds. Should take. The Eagles will take over possession once more. All right, far side. And Jakobsen wins the battle on that one. As for Lydia Vicente de Vera will throw in. Reisenbeck. Zamora. 11:35 remaining in the first half on what is now a wet track here in Fayette. After the weather delay. I would say it's a really, really messy track, just damp. And Surveyor near midfield, she's very good in that area. So pass for Jakobsen. Jakobsen, right side. And the Ravens will take over. Men's game to start about 30 minutes after the women's contest. Once again, these same two teams, Benedictine and Central Methodist. The men's version, the newly, for the second week in a row, the number one team in the nation in the NAIA. And for Frank, Olivia Berry on it. 10 minutes to go, first half. I think the word from the officials is that we will have a shortened 10-minute break, and then proceed with the second half. We got about 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in this half. We'll see what happens. Pinchard. Zamora. Eagles defense assessing what they wanted, where everyone's at and what they want to do. And I'll kick it back to Grace Reynolds. We'll kick it away. Back for Reisenbeck. And just biding their time here. And the Eagles on 4 Eagles on the move into the attacking third. And it's a little bit too much, and the Ravens will take over possession. Looks like we'll have our first sub of the night for the Eagles. This will be Carlotta Baldo, the freshman from Aldano, Italy, checking in. Substitution for Central, checking in, number 6, Carlotta Baldo. Apologies if it feels like I'm shouting into the mic. I'm running the public address announcer duties as well. But I'll try to keep it as quiet as I can. All right, 8.5 minutes to go. Eagles slide tackle near side. Helena recovering, 2 defenders on her. She wanted a foul call near the end zone, but no such whistle. Olivia Berry to kick it away. So had Coach Dan Schmidlin and Lucy Brazil yelling at Andrea to take possession of that ball because that was still a live ball, and actually that was back during the home opener against Columbia. That's how the match was decided, 1-0, because he had a goal. The goalie had a save, but she thought it was out of bounds. She thought she had a goal kick, and then Andrea just walked right up to it and kicked it in. The game-winning goal in that match, and very deep into that match too. I believe that was the 89th minute off the top of my head. And they were looking to do that again, but a little too late. All right, Raven possession, far side. They'll kick it back to Olivia Berry for a goal kick, and we'll have another sub coming in for Benedictine. Substitution for the Ravens, checking in, number 22, Madeline Gill. For the Eagles, it looks like Destiny Prestejeda checking in, or Zoe Jessen, actually. And then for the Eagles, number 24, Zoe Jessen. Zoe Jessen checking in. Spent a little time out of the starting lineup for a little bit. I was wondering if it's due to injury because I'm not so sure you have someone who was an all-conference second-team selection ride the pine too often. Anyway, shot by Jakobsen, attempted on the deflection by Helena, and a big collision near the net. Helena trying to score off of the deflection, and just a really big collision near the net. Hope everyone's all right. Involving Helena herself and two Ravens, the goalie Barry included. It looks like everyone's all right. It's good to see. We'll play on. Just 3 bodies just selling out to make sure that on the Eagles side, trying to tally the first one, and then for the Ravens, just to keep it at 0-0 on a very, I wouldn't say it's a must-win match early in the season, but it's definitely good. But for as excellent as the Eagles have been over the past 3-4 years, could be seen as a measuring stick match for the Ravens. It's like, well, the team's jostling near midfield, near side for the ball. Tripped up. Zoe Jessen tripped up by Strecker. There'll be a foul. Free kick for Central. So Baldo, Reisenbeck will kick it. Eagles again set up. Reisenbeck, it's away. Looking for a header. Baldo trying to volley it. No avail. All still in the box. Back to Reisenbeck. She'll shoot, and Barry will save. It's a lot of action for Olivia Barry late in this first half. Eagles, as it's been for the majority of their time of possession, they spend a lot of it in their own offensive third. With the Ravens holding firm, 3:50 remaining in the first half. The Eagles looking to create once more. Here's Pinchard. Pinchard near side, couldn't corral it. Ravens will take over. Baldo looking for VR. Back to Helena. Far side, Jakobsen kicking it towards the box. Cerveo. So a very physical brand of soccer by Benedictine. Not too many fouls, not too many no yellow cards in this match quite yet. Possibly one for Baldo, not quite there. Here's a chance. Far side. Zoe Jessen. We'll kick it back to Baldo. Ravens will take over. 2:10 to go, first half. There might have been a handball there. Handball by Benedictine. Ball heading in the direction of the Eagles. Can't quite make out that number there. It looks like Laura Reisenbeck will kick it away. And 30 to go. Ravens clearing it. And Mossback aggressively cutting in. Attempting to get a breakaway for herself. No avail. Reynolds will kick it away. Closing in on the 1 minute mark. One minute remaining in the first half. See which team will look to create one more offensive chance before the half is over. It's like the ball's remaining in the Eagles' third. Barring a critical turnover. Into the box, VR. Almost a great set piece by Reisenbeck. Eagles playing it. Into the box, Zoe Jessen, shot. 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. At the end of one half of play, the score: Ravens 0, Eagles 0. It's almost a great chance by Zoe Jessen there, but over the crossbar. And we won't have a full halftime break, but we'll. This 22 versus 8 matchup definitely living up to the billing. At the half, we've got 10 minutes. So we'll take a 10-minute break and come back to you with the second half. 0-0 score here in Fayette. This is CMU Eagles women's soccer on conferencenetwork.cam. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CMU Women's Soccer on HeartConferenceNetwork.com and CMUEagles.com. Start the second half of play. 0-0 score here in Fayette. Ravens 0, Eagles 0. So we got the first half stats. Eagles dominating the shot chart. 15 shots to no shots on Benedictine's behalf. Six of those shots on goal. Shots on goal being led by Sandra Jakobsen and Marcela Helena. Raven goalie of number 12, Olivia Berry, very busy first half, 15 saves. She has 4 saves to her credit in 45 minutes. After a slightly abbreviated 10-minute break, we should be underway to start the second half. Eagles going left to right this time, and the Ravens heading vice versa. And we're underway. Well, the team's jockeying for top position in the Heart. Eagles coming in for an undefeated 4-0. The 8th ranked team in the country facing off against the 22nd ranked Benedictine Ravens. Possible chance for Ronisha Frank. Couldn't quite get enough foot on that one, saved by Barry. And the 22nd ranked Benedictine College Ravens coming into this contest 7-2 overall, 3-1 in Heart play. Looking to keep pace with the other 3 unbeatens, including the team in front of them, the Central Methodist Eagles. The other 2 being Missouri Valley and Grandview. Grandview 5-0. Missouri Valley victorious last night over Baker with the 6-2 score. In Marshall, they are 4-0. So Eagle defense the other way. Reisenbeck for Jessen. I love reach. Sweet. Thank you. Sorry for the pause there. I lost my binoculars for a little bit. Couldn't see what was going on. So Barry will kick it away. Midfield. So I meant the story of the first half. The Eagles definitely dominating the offensive time of possession and time in their offensive third, including winning all the 50-50 balls at midfield. Get back for Reisenbeck, assessing the defense. So in goals, Gracie Reynolds, clean sheet in her first start last match. Looking for Zoe Jessen near the middle. We'll go out, remain in the offensive third. Eagles taking it. Jessen for Jakobsen. Jakobsen maybe looking for a cross, near side. Back to Jessen. Jessen. Cleared out by Benedictine. Picked up by Reisenbeck. Jakobsen. Into the box, but nothing but Ravens waiting for the ball. And they'll clear it out. This Ravens defensive unit of Megan Homily, Nicole Patterson, Annabelle Hogue, and Gracie Eckert. 9 starts on the year for each of them, including the lone all-conference returner, Megan Homily. All-conference third team selection in 2020. There's a shot by Cerveo, goes wide right. Looks like it might have been deflected off of a Raven. So it'll be a corner for the Eagles. And Maria Cerveo to throw in. Vicente de Vera. And Justin securing. She'll kick it back to her. She'll kick it back to her Backline defense. VR in the middle of the action. VR looking for Jessen. Jessen into the box. Looking for Helena. Helena trying to secure it. Possible kicked right into the hands of Marcelo Helena, and that'll be a handball leading to a possession for the Ravens. That's a very stout Ravens defense. 9 matches in, only 6 goals given up by Benedictine. Not a credit to their to the aforementioned defensive unit of Hogue, Homily, Eckert, and Patterson, and includes the goalkeeper Olivia Berry. 35 saves, not including tonight, to 6 goals allowed on the season for Olivia Berry. Here's Cerveo looking to create once more. Zamora, near side, and a little too much for Jakobsen. Ravens will throw in. Strecker. Headed. Attempted clear by, I believe that's number 11, Brooklyn Hannon. Correction, that's actually number 10, Stewart. Possible chance, but Anisha Frank not quite in the vicinity. Eagles keeping in there, attacking third, looking to create once more. It's been the theme of the match for so far. Vicente De Vera, looking for a set piece. No one there, except Barry. Was at a very busy evening tonight. 51st minute. Still 0-0. So we talk about the Ravens defensive unit. Let's also give a lot of credit to the Eagles defensive unit, including Vicente De Vera, Alicia Zamora, Eddie Torok, and Laura Reisenbeck. Lynn Reisenbeck last year was a NAI All-American second team selection. I'll kick it back to Grace Reynolds. For Jessen. And Elena will take it back. We'll look to start. But you have Vicente De Vera. We'll kick it back to safety for Reisenbeck. Reisenbeck will assess. Get it to Helena. Helena near midfield. Lydia Vicente De Vera. Looking for a teammate. And she finds Zoe Jessen. Near side. Taking it near midfield into the offensive third. Nice pass into near side, right side. Helena. Two Raven defenders on her. As I made a foul call on the Eagles. Helena. Helena with a foul call and a free kick for the Ravens. And goes out of bounds near the Eagles bench. So miscue on that free kick. Keeping it in the Eagle zone. VR. Or Reisenbeck. Cerveo. Cerveo upfield into the attacking zone. For Zoe Jessen. Jessen. Right corner. Helena. Possession remaining with Central Methodist. Lydia Vicente De Vera to throw. For Marcela Elena once more. 2 Ravens on her. And we'll do it, and then we'll do it again. And Hogan Degner just harassing Helena down in the right corner. By that I mean good defense, just not really do anything dirty or anything. Surveyo to try it. Possession remaining with the Eagles, keeping that ball down in the right corner. Near side corner. And back to Reisenbeck. Reisenbeck into the box for VR. So he header towards the net. Maybe she might have been looking for Ranisha Frank. Just hoping that she'd be there. Olivia Berry taking over. Kick it away, midfield. Eagles back in possession. Tripped up, far side. So Marcella Helena tripped up, foul called on number 7, Sam Mossback of the Ravens. I wasn't really looking. Did they hand out a card? Was there? So no card on that one. Free kick Eagles. 34-30 remaining in the second half. Reisenbeck. Take it into the box. Helena, header towards the net. Barry. What a great save by Barry. Jakobsen trying to get it back on the deflection. No dice. We remain 0-0. But a corner for the Eagles. On probably their best chance of the night. Correction, that was VR on the header. My apologies. So throw in Eagles. Eagles keeping it in their offensive zone. Ranisha Frank looking to create an opportunity. Vicente de Vera to throw in. Near side, 4. Marcela Helena. Helena. Going towards far side. Surveyo. Far side. VR looking for a header. Zoe Jessen trying to kick it off a Raven towards the end zones to force a corner. No dice. And a ball off of Jessen. Throw in for the Ravens. Hogue. Back to Elena once more. Ravens will have a sub on the next dead ball. Ravens will have a sub on the next dead ball. Head coach Lincoln Robley giving his player instructions. Looks like number 22 Madeline Gill will check in. Also in the right corner. Here's one towards the net. Header by Frank, and it is true. 1-0 Eagles. So Jakobsen putting up a prayer of a set piece, and Frank, right place, right time, heads it in, and the Eagles are on the board. Assisted by number 11, Sandra Jakobsen. Time of the goal. 59th minute. A little bit of mental math on that one. Trying to subtract 45 from 32 there. But anyway, the Eagles are on the board. Maybe another chance here for VR, but the Ravens will clear it out. So the header by Ronisha Frank from Sandra Jakobsen, her 12th assist on the year. And for Frank, that's her 4th goal of the year. So the Eagles dominating time of possession in the offensive zone. Their sub's still waiting here on the sideline. So number 22, Madeline Gill, check in for Benedictine, and number 3, Kitty Torok, checking back into the match. Substitution for the Eagles, checking in number 3, Kitty Torok, replacing number 24, Zoe Jessen. Raven substitution, checking in number 22, Madeline Gill. Maybe another chance here for the Eagles. VR with 2 Raven defenders on her. So back for Jakobsen. Or Pinchard for Jakobsen. Looking for VR. It's a foul near midfield. Foul near midfield. Surveil committing it. Free kick for the Ravens. Into the box for Benedictine. And the Eagles will head it out. So Eagles back in possession. The Ravens now down 1-0, looking to try to create more offense with more forwards and midfielders in the offensive zone, but it leads to a chance for Jakobsen. Jakobsen into the attacking zone. She's got VR. Jakobsen. A little too deep for Torok. I did just say V. Jakobsen on the broadcast. That was not a typo. Some tweeter, someone on Twitter mentioned it just because of the many connections they've had this season. 17 goals for Andrea Villar and Sandra Jakobsen notching her 12th assist of the year. So that connection has definitely proven dividends, and they were trying to look for one more right there. The Eagles back in possession. Zamora far side, looking for VR once more. Here's Torok for Marcela Helena working past 3 defenders, gets deep into the box, has a chance, looking for VR. Looking for a one-timer for VR. Well, maybe she had a little bit of an opening. Just her and the goalkeeper might have had a chance there, but we play on. Zamora into the box, looking for Helena, and Helena throws her arms up in disgust. She feels like she should have been there. Back to midfield. Can the Ravens? No real chances for the Ravens tonight. So Coach Lincoln Robley look to change up his strategy to put more midfielders in the attacking zone. Looking for an equalizer, just past the 27 minutes remaining mark, counting down in the second half of a battle between ranked opponents. Benedictine coming in at 22, Central Methodist coming in at 8. Ranked number 8. And the Eagles hold the advantage, 1-0. VR looking for a cutting. Ranisha Frank trying to get her second, and the Ravens will just clear it out. We'll have a throw in far side. Throw in far side. It looks like Curtis Pinchard to throw in. Unless my binoculars are fooling me. So Pinchard. The Zamora for Cerveo. Kitty Torak. There's Zamora. Finds Jakobsen. Nice move to shake her defender. Into the box. Torak. Crossing. Oh! A shot by VR. She almost had her 18th, but it bounced off the bottom of the crossbar and out. So we have some rest of the referees talking to each other about it. Maybe they might be reviewing it. We'll have a stoppage in the clock. So it looks like they're going to discuss it. But from my vantage point, just looking at it live, it definitely looked like the ball bounced off the bottom of the crossbar, but it did not go in. So we're going to wait for verification on this chance, but it looks like the call stand. No goal. We play on. Ravens still looking for an equalizer, 1-0, but the Eagles looking to expand that lead, and they almost had that with another goal from Andrea VR, just keeping it going. Almost had her 18th of the season. Cerveo for Jakobsen, looking for Torak. Torak back to Reisenbeck. Correction, that's Vicente de Vera. My apologies. Now that's Reisenbeck off to Zamora. Zamora far side. Torak taking possession. Finding Jakobsen. Cerveo will reassess and kick it back to Zamora. Alicia Zamora looking for Jakobsen, and she overran it. All of a sudden for Benedictine, checking in number 17, Madison Smith. Benedictine substitution, checking in number 17, Madison Smith. Placing number 21, Courtney Koch. So Madison Smith checking in. Replacing Courtney Koch, replacing midfielder Courtney Koch. Madison Smith checking in as a forward, looking to maybe this is part of Lincoln Robley's looking to turn up the aggression on offense. Try and find that equalizer. Looked like a handball there. No call. Eagles will take possession. Jakobsen, 3 defenders ahead, down near side. Being harassed by Homily. Homily takes it away. Nice play. Ravens trying to get their first shot on goal of the match. Eagles have just dominated time of possession. Yeah, at midfield and in their attacking zone, as evidenced by their 17 shots on the night. The Ravens might take a breakdown or maybe a costly turnover by the Eagles to create that chance, but so far the Eagles have remained stout and steady. Kicked in by Vicente de Vera. Header off a Raven. And the Ravens will take it up. This is Madison Smith. Eagles take it back. Curtis Pinchard. Pinchard into the offensive third, taken away. So Reisenbeck near midfield. Eagles defense dictating the tempo here. Torak. 50-50 ball. And a jump ball on the 50-50 ball, foul on Cerveo. Free kick Benedictine. And 21 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the second half. Ravens need that equalizer. Anisha Frank has got the tally on the night. Here comes Jakobsen. Torak. Pass between two Raven defenders. And Mosbach will kick it away. So he goes back on the attack. Helena. Far side Frank. Ranisha Frank. Making some moves to evade two defenders. Jakobsen passing for Cerveo, back to Jakobsen, crossing over the middle. Frank almost had her second. Tripped up in the box, no whistle. Ball never went out of bounds. We play on now. We have a whistle. So a couple subs coming in. Checking for the Ravens, number 7, Sam Mosbach. And for the Eagles, Zoe Jessen back on the pitch. So Frank in the offensive zone will find Torak. Torak 4, just out of the reach of Cerveo. Back to her VR. She shoots that from Glasgow. And out of bounds. Is that the other way? So Ravens back the other way, but Grace Reynolds will secure it. I do follow boxing, so I do love the term styles make fights, and it definitely looks like Central has definitely been dominating with their style of play, with great ball control, great passing, and getting it to the right people in the right zones. It's leading to 17 shots on the evening for the Eagles. Like in this very sport, a team could be dominating for the entire half, but all it takes is just one miscue by the Eagle defense. To their credit, they have not shown any signs of wearing down or any miscommunications. And all it takes is one. And can the Ravens find that one chance to get themselves level in this matchup of ranked opponents? Benedictine 22, Central ranked number 8. We'll have a sub for the substitution for Central. Checking in number 6, Carlota Baldo. Replacing number 18, Ranisha Frank. So Carlota Baldo will check in. She'll check in for Ranisha Frank. He gets a well-deserved rest. He's got the one tally here on the evening. So Baldo in, the freshman from Aldano, Italy, a midfielder. Maybe in for more defensive purposes and kind of directing traffic near midfield. Trying to play a little keep away from these Raven attackers. Said Vale. And for Torak, a little bit too much, but cleared out by Patterson. We'll throw in for Central. Surveil once more. Surveying. Get it back to Zamora. Reisenbeck. Yeah, I think at some point, maybe closer to, once we get into single-digit minutes of this match, maybe the Eagles continue to play this a little bit of keep away. Maybe the Ravens might undercut a few of these routes here to see if they can get that much-needed turnover. But yeah, VR into the box, and the Ravens will clear it out. Torak, Kitty Torak. She's looking for Jakobsen. She had a cutting VR. If that pass was able to get through. Reisenbeck kicking it back. So 1-0 Central Methodist over Benedictine. Time is definitely a lot of time left for Benedictine to mount an attack that will lead to an equalizer. The Eagles just doing a masterful job of dictating tempo tonight. Tempo and possession at midfield and in their own zone. Baldo for Surveil. Shot Benedictine. And so Olivia Berry, it's only the 7th goal allowed this season in 9 matches. Progression 10. This would be match number 10 for them. Jakobsen. Shot by Jessen. Far side. Eagles keeping it. In the corner. All the throw in for Central. Jakobsen. Corner towards the middle. Possible chance, but it's out of bounds. Possession to Benedictine. 14-14 to go. Eagles looking to remain perfect on the year in hard play. Looking to keep pace with the Grandview Vikings. The 5-0 Grandview Vikings, who will be here on Saturday. Men and women. Surveil past midfield. And maybe a chance for Benedictine here. 2 Eagles charging, and Zamora taking it away. Another sub coming in for Benedictine. This will be the senior from Temecula, California, Michaela Franciscan. In, and that's a goal for the Eagles. Jakobsen by herself getting it past Barry, and the Eagles are up 2-0 now. Alan, I've got unassisted by Jakobsen. Is that right? So Jakobsen, that was number. Eagles goal! Her fourth of the season, scored by number 11, Sandra Jakobsen. Time of the goal, 12:37 remaining in the second half. So Jakobsen unassisted, getting her own deflection and then finishing it off. And the Eagles in firm control of this matchup now. Here's one possibly for Benedictine. It's Degner. Degner, the leading goal scorer on this Ravens squad. A shot by Mossback, their first of the night, goes out of bounds. And now we'll probably see the Ravens try and force the issue now that they're down 2-0. More aggressive on defense, try and create deflections and turnovers. They get them. Let's get that first one on the board and try and find that equalizer. First, they gotta get that first one. Moss back. Eagles will kick it away. So down left side, Zoe Jessen, far side. Jessen's got it. Possession with two other Eagles. Jakobsen. In the corner, she's so good over there. There's one into the box. There's one for Cerveo, just over the net. Out of the reach of Barry. Just need to be a little bit lower. Just a rainbow arcing shot just over the crossbar. Closing in on the 10-minute mark here in the second half. So he just in near midfield. Running with friends is... So looking for Frank. Maria Vicente de Vera, the throw-in. Grace Reynolds kicking it away. And here comes the Eagles on another possession. They don't look to slow down their offensive attack. And Cerveo will just loft it in. The goalie Barry. Barry kicks it away. Midfield. Cerveo once more. Back to midfield for Degner. Degner tripped up. We may have a card here. And that'll be a yellow for Riley Degner. Yellow card assessed to number 16, Riley Degner of Benedictine. So free kick for Laura Reisenbeck. the leader of this outstanding Eagles defensive unit. .8:40 to go, second half. Eagles up 2-0. And just maintain control from the jump. And dominating the shot chart. Looking to go to 5-0 on the season in heart play. Reisenbeck shot. I said that one was from, I said VR shot was from Glasgow. That looked like to be from Marshall. Reisenbeck, say about 3 feet wide of the net to the left, and we'll have a corner. Corner for the Eagles. Looks like Jakobsen and Cerveo to take it. Just a matter of who takes it. Cerveo into the box, kicked by. Looked like it was Vicente de Vera trying to finish it. No dice on that one. Madeline Gill check back in for Benedictine. Checking in number 22, Madeline Gill for Benedictine. Oh, and Ranisha Frank took one right off either the chest or face, but unfazed. And that one's got to hurt. I think they should have a bruise somewhere in that area tomorrow morning. And recently checked in Madeline Gill, number 22, with the foul. Eagles in possession. 6:45 remaining. Eagles in prime position to go to 5-0 in heart play, with another 5-0 team looming this Saturday in the form of the Grandview Vikings. Possibly another chance for like Vicente de Vera on the shot, which will check out. Andrea Villar back in. Great minutes by Zoe Jessen. Checking for the Eagles, number 9, Andrea Villar. Replacing number 24, Zoe Jessen. Barry kicking it away. So Ronacia Frank taking possession. She'll kick it. Oh, and she kicks it right to Madeline Gill, but the Eagles able to get back possession. Where Ronacia Frank once more. Megan Homley taking it away. But it's right back to Marcella Helena. Up field goes Smith. And this pincher will kick it to safety. Reynolds trying to clear but doesn't go too far, about 10 yards. Madeline Gill kicking it in. Chance in the box for the Ravens, and a foul. Ravens running out of time. 5 minutes remaining. Needing 2 goals to get level with this Eagles team in this ranked matchup, otherwise falling to 3-2 in conference play. Here's Jakobsen, left side, far side, taken away by the Ravens. Back in offensive third, Jakobsen with her defender. The foul call on Jakobsen. Ravens taking over. Sends Gill. The foul on Ranisha. Foul committed to Ranisha Frank. Ravens Eagles will take over. Or Reisenbeck to kick away. She'll get it to Reyes Saveo for Jakobsen. Jakobsen near midfield. Time is definitely not on the Ravens' side right now. Needing to create, but that can't really create when the ball remains in that attacking third of the Eagles. On their midfield, Vicente de Vera kicking it back to Grace Reynolds. Looking for her second clean sheet in a row. The Ravens have a chance to get back in this one. They need to start mounting something now. Ravens trying to create a chance. Lofted for Reynolds, and she has it secured. That was Madeline Stewart. Attempted from distance. Inside 2 minutes. A foul called on the Eagles. Ravens free kick. This is Rachel Beffa. That was Megan Homily. Homily into the box. Ravens and Reynolds will secure it. Minute 30 to go. It's like Homily was looking for Degner on that one. Reynolds will kick it away. We get 2 midfield. Beffa. Looks like we'll have a downed Eagle on the field. That's Carlota Baldo down. Inside 1 minute. So Baldo is down on the turf, but she gets up under her own power. So it looks like the Eagles will move to 5-0 on this Hart Conference season, 8-1 overall. The only blemish being a loss to then number ranked 8 Marion. As we close in, well deep in the final minute, Benedictine will move to 3-2 on the Hart Conference season. It's a little bit of chippiness towards the end, a lot of pushing and shoving, probably just out of frustration, but. The Eagles will move to 5-0, facing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Final score in tonight's contest, Central Methodist 2, Benedictine 0. Men's contest to start approximately 20 to 30 minutes from the conclusion of this contest. So that's your final. If the Eagles officially move to 5-0 on the season, Benedictine falls to 3-2. The Central will remain at the top of the Hart standings. Amongst the 3 unbeatens, the other 2 being the Missouri Valley Vikings, victorious yesterday 6-2 against Baker in Marshall, Missouri. And then the Grandview Vikings coming to Fayette this Saturday Might take me a little bit. I need to pull up the kickoff time. So Benedict. And later, our next home contest, as two unbeatens will take on each other, as the Grandview Vikings will come to Fayette to take on your Central Methodist University Eagles. Kickoff time set as of now for 8:30 p.m. after the men's match. Secure your tickets online at cmueagles.com. And if you purchase the All Access Pass, you can access all CMU Athletics home events for the entirety of the 2021-22 school year. So once again, the Eagles will take on Grandview this Saturday. Kickoff set for 8:30 p.m. Men's contest to start approximately 20 minutes from now. We'll see you then. Minutes from now, CMU, Benedictine, the men's version. We'll see you then.